2/3 of Americans in exit polls say that they don't think you should run for re-election. What is your message to them, and how does that factor into your final decision about whether or not to run for re-election?
It doesn't.
What's your message to them? To those 2/3 of Americans?
Watch me.
Hello and welcome to What the F*** Just Happened Today, your essential guide to the daily shock and awe in national politics. I'm Joe Amditis. Let's get to it. It's Wednesday, November 9th, 2022. Welcome to day 659. Control of the U.S. Senate hinges on 3 states, while Republicans have picked up fewer seats than predicted in the House. Republicans, however, are still poised to win a narrow majority in one, if not both, houses of Congress. In the Senate, Democrat John Fetterman flipped a key seat in Pennsylvania, while Republican Ron Johnson secured his re-election in Wisconsin. Democrats currently control 48 seats to the Republicans' 49, meaning whoever wins 2 of the 3 elections in Arizona, Georgia, and Nevada will control the Senate. In the House, Republicans are expected to win the 5 seats they needed to take control, but a large number of the most competitive races remain uncalled. In almost every midterm election since World War II, the president's party loses seats, but Democrats seem to have avoided the so-called red wave that some strategists predicted was going to be fueled by record inflation and economic woes. Only 3 times since World War II has inflation been as high as it is today heading into the midterms, alongside even higher corporate profits, and in all 3 cases, the president's party lost between 15 and 48 seats in the House. Still, Biden was optimistic, saying, quote, "It was a good day for democracy, and I think it was a good day for America." Meanwhile, Georgia's Senate race is headed to a runoff election after neither candidate managed to reach the 50% vote threshold needed to win outright.
There is one race in our state that is going to be moving to the December 6th runoff. That is the race for the United States Senate between Senator Raphael Warnock and Herschel Walker. Our office has already begun the behind-the-scenes work to start building the ballots. So ballots are being built as we speak, and counties are making preparations.
The runoff election between Democrat Raphael Warnock and Republican Herschel Walker will take place on December 6th, with the Senate majority potentially at stake for a second straight election cycle. With more than 95% of the ballots counted on Wednesday afternoon, Warnock had 49.4% of the vote, while Walker had 48.5%, with roughly 35,000 votes separating the 2 candidates. Georgia law requires a runoff if no candidate clears the 50% threshold. Meanwhile, voters in California, Michigan, and Vermont enshrined abortion rights into their state constitutions in the first nationwide election since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade back in June. Voters in Kentucky, where abortion is currently banned, rejected a proposed amendment to the state's constitution to say that it does not secure or protect a right to abortion or the funding of an abortion. Kentucky is the second state in the post-Roe era to reject an anti-abortion ballot measure. In August, Kansas voters rejected a proposed state constitutional amendment that would have allowed the legislature to ban abortions. In the gubernatorial elections, Democrats flipped governorships in 2 states, while Republican governors Ron DeSantis, Greg Abbott, and Brian Kemp all easily won their re-elections. As of Wednesday afternoon, gubernatorial contests in Nevada, Oregon, and Arizona remain uncalled. 36 states voted to elect governors last night. And finally, Trump was reportedly fuming at Mar-a-Lago last night after at least 14 of his endorsed candidates were projected to lose their races.
Don't leave your line. Stay where you are. They say that the machines aren't working. They say that they're running out of paper in different locations throughout different states. There's a lot of bad things going on. Stay online. Do not leave. I know you don't want to be there as long as they're going to try and force you. They want to delay you out of voting, and you cannot let them delay you out of voting. So to the people of Arizona in particular, because that's the one that's come up right now, stay online, don't leave. Already a lot of people have left, and it's very, very unfair what's going on.
Trump was especially upset as Senate candidate Dr. Mehmet Oz and gubernatorial candidate Doug Mastriano both lost their elections in Pennsylvania. Out of 39 competitive races in which Trump endorsed a candidate, His candidates won 12 races and lost 11, with 16 remaining undecided as of Wednesday afternoon. Prior to any races being called last night, Trump sent an email blast boasting of, quote, unprecedented successes, end quote. Later, however, Trump acknowledged that the results were, quote, somewhat disappointing. That's all for now. You can find the links and sources for all of these stories on the main website. And as always, visit whatthefjusthappenedtoday.com for the latest news and headlines. Until next time, I'm Joe Envitas.